Alright guys, welcome to No Man's Sky, not my usual deal, but there has been a major update that is going to change the way we play the game a little bit. Now, I want to start off with this and say, I'm sorry I haven't put out a video in the last week. I have been sick, I've had a cough, it's not COVID, but I think I have upper respiratory infection or something. Anyway, that out of the way, I wanted to do a small video, just get some content out there, and that's why we're on No Man's Sky. I don't typically record videos for No Man's Sky because this game is a lot of grind. Hopefully, not so much of a grind anymore with some of the introductions of this new update. So, things I'm not going to talk about with the new update. Visuals, they've changed some ship visuals. Some ships look different now. They're more intuitive and better, and that ship left, so I can't show you. The planet buildings, the structures on planets have gotten an upgrade. Basically, anything with a glowy light has gotten an upgrade to its visuals. Underneath living ships, the entryways to the tractor beams on space stations, the Atlas construct, whatever, it has a glowy light and it's interactive. It kind of does things now. I'm not going to talk too much about those. Space Anomaly has an atmosphere effect now, which looks pretty cool. I might show that to you, but again, some of those things you're just going to want to see for yourself. You really can't get the full enjoyment of visuals on YouTube. You kind of want to experience it yourself. And they have Twitch drops out for Update 4. You guys can check that out on the website. I don't do Twitch, so I'm not going to be doing any of that. Stuff I do want to talk about, and I'm going to make a list here. It is the game mode changes and game difficulty changes, and the dynamic difficulty ability now. The new trade rocket. We're going to talk about inventory changes and how that'll affect the way you play even. We're going to talk about stuff to do with the quality of life, like faster visor scans and stuff like that. Actually, let's talk about that. Quality of life. You get faster visor scans now, so fast-moving animals won't get away from you as quick. I think that's awesome anyway, because I hate how slow the visor scans. Something that goes along with some inventory tweaks that we'll talk about later is more powerful jetpack upgrades. When you buy an upgrade from the station over here at the... That's not the EXO guy. Over here at the EXO guy, the jetpack movement modules are going to be more powerful, and a lot of that has to do with how they've changed the inventory for the game, I imagine. But if you get an S Plus movement module, which we'll go ahead and buy one right now, it is going to be more powerful than normal when installed. So I'm going to give you a spoiler here by taking out this this life support module. And what we're going to do is we're going to store the module. I can store modules now. Yeah, that's an inventory update. But if we grab our S Plus, where'd it go? We grab our S Plus module here, and we'll install that. Technology overload. You see there? We actually did overload it because this can only hold 3 upgrades. But you see the jetpack tank, it's 203. That is a big boost from 118 or 150 that you get with the S Pluses before, and even pre-existing ones that I already had are buffed as well. They're more powerful than my outlawed uranium pump, which was my most powerful jetpack mod up till now. In addition, traveler graves are going to give important tech upgrades now, not just the glyphs for the teleporters, but they're also going to give important tech upgrades. I'm not going to go searching for a traveler grave just to show you that, but know that it is there and you can take a look at that. That's pretty much it for the quality of life mods. It did say that technology modules can be stacked, the ones that are procedurally generated, but I have not had any luck stacking them, so there's that. Know that it's there and I couldn't figure it out. But let's start this off with something that's probably the biggest change to the way you're going to play the game, because, well, they added in a lot of stuff. A lot of this catalog guide has changed, and we even have a new option here for dynamic difficulty settings. I can change the difficulty of my game on the fly and then change it back. So if I wanted to make all purchases free, I could just do that, and then I could switch it back to standard if I wanted to, which I feel like is going to change the way people play the game. I mean, people who will want the game to be difficult are going to leave it where it is or make it worse, but people who don't are going to use the free option to get their stuff upgraded very quickly, probably. And I don't know if this works on ships. They've added a lot of stuff, so you can change scanner recharge rate to very fast. I'm gonna do that anyway because scanner recharge rate is dumb anyway to me. You can change your sprinting. You can have an infinite. You can even change the abundancy of resources on a map. It's crazy. Definitely go through here and look at some of this stuff. I mean, you can make fuel free, crafting free, goods availability at the galactic trade. A lot of stuff. I don't know why these are like this. I think this might have something to do with can't be changed after the game has started. There's another setting in here that's just like that. I think it's save delete. So that's permadeath mode. Yeah, a lot of stuff in here to check out, but the important part of this is that all of this stuff can be changed on the fly and then changed back, and then you can just apply the difficulty changes, and your game is that difficulty now. It's awesome. So the next thing we're going to go over is the inventory tweaks and changes. They're probably the biggest thing that has been changed in No Man's Sky, and they are extensive. I mean, total visual change and way of function. They've added some quality of life stuff to the inventory, and they've changed some of the way the inventory actually functions. So this is the new inventory screen, and our technology slots and our cargo slots are now on the same screen, and there's no such thing as the separate between your inventory and your cargo anymore. They have combined them, which means that I stack more of a resource here. So instead of microprocessors stacking to 10, they stack in 20 in my normal cargo, and that's the only cargo you get. And it's the same for the starship as it is to the freighter, which I don't actually have my freighter here, but this game's kind of a new game anyway. We don't get to have different tabs anymore, which in a lot of ways reduces the total amount of inventory slots you have, but I do believe they've increased the cap on how much slots you can have as well, especially in the technology tree side. From as far as I can tell, they have doubled the amount of technology slots you can have, but that's partially because they eliminated the ability for you to put technologies and install them in your cargo slots. So the only technology you can fit on your character has to be fit into your technology slots, which in a lot of ways can be good, in a lot of ways can be bad. It means that you always have these available for actual items, but you can't install as much technology slots. I mean, if I put one more jetpack mod on here, I'm going to be over the limit for jetpack mods. Like, it's going to tell me no. So it kind of limits your badass characters down to not so badass characters. In a way, it kind of balances the game, because I did give you dynamic difficulty. So if you need to switch something up, you can switch something up. In addition to that, the overall visuals, a lot of the icons have gotten different changes. So I should have a cargo bulkhead here somewhere. Here we go. The cargo bulkhead has never looked like this. It used to look different. I mean, they've changed a lot of the icons in this way. They've added some different colors. I think even oxygen, yeah, there's oxygen now. It's changed. So they've done some tweaks there. In addition to all of that, there is now inventory filters. So I can filter for raw materials, high value materials, consumables, and tech. And the same goes for the regular inventory as well. I can see all my tech upgrades. And as you can see here, we can now stack modules of the same type. And like I said, it's in the quality of life up part of the update, but some of these do not stack. I don't know why, but some of them do not stack. For some reason, these don't stack, which I think has to do with the fact that they are core upgrades. This Airburst, I think, is Aerial Recharge, and Neural Stimulator is another jetpack mod you buy from the Anomaly. But I don't know how it exactly works just yet. But some do know that some of these of the same type will stack up to 10. And the biggest thing about the inventory tweaks, and probably the favorite thing about the inventory tweaks, is we can now package tech modules, which is a huge thing, because if I wanted to sell this ship, I'd have to dismantle all this stuff, take all the raw resources, and then sell the ship or trade the ship in. Now, if I just tap X on it, not that. That's not quite installed yet. Cadmium drive here, because it is fully installed. If I tap X on this, or hold X on it, I can pull the cadmium drive out and store it in the cargo slot. And then I can pull it back out and put it in the thing. That is huge. That is an awesome upgrade. There are several changes we got here for the catalog. Overall, this is the new look of it, and it includes a lot of cool stuff now. So, in addition to being able to now track a milestone, so say I wanted to track this standing interest point, I want to track this. I'm going to pin it with a metal, and now here down on my bottom left you see Korvac standing, active mission, press escape, and I go to my log. It is put in as a secondary mission that I can now see exactly what I really need to do. So as you can see here, it says advance your rank with alien encounter milestone by meeting the intelligent life forms who populate the galaxy. So it tells you how to do the milestone, and it'll track your progress, and when it's complete, it'll complete down here in the objective area. I don't know why I stumbled so hard on that. I thought this was just telling me that it was complete when it wasn't, but that's how it works. You're going to be able to track your milestones now through this. In addition, on this big main thing, the guides page is here. That's always been in there, but it's more wish-washy. So now you can see the all the guides, and they kind of pop up and show you, so in case something has interested you, you can actually click on it and learn it. One of the biggest two things that have been added to this is collective knowledge and recipes, and I'm including collective knowledge in these three. So the catalog area, these three are kind of collected knowledge too, but collected knowledge is stories learned basically. So this is going to tell you how much language you've learned in a specific area, the words that you've heard, the different stories you've seen. It's going to let you go back and make a more cohesive story from the things that you've done in the game, and I think that's awesome. So I can blast through this game, and then I can come back later and get a cohesive story instead of one that's broken up over several weeks or, months, which is awesome. And then it has just everything. Everything is recorded in here, including the base computer archives. That's awesome. And in addition to that, when we go back here, and this menu is actually more intuitive too, it's just right and left click to go forward and back. Recipes. This I have been waiting for the entire game. I don't know why this wasn't a day one requirement of the game, but now we can remember recipes that we have experienced through trial and error. So any recipe that you've come across for the refinery or the food processor, so here's cooking recipes, you can remember it now. So I know that this takes just one frost crystal. I know this is impulse bean. Where's my money maker stuff? I know that's leg meat. Here we go. It's pastries. This is a prime example. I don't do much cooking. I only make these to make money early game, but it tells you this is a pie casing and processed meat to make this. They take this kind of one step further, and I'll go over that here in a minute. I just wanted to go through some of this stuff. Base parts They have a catalog of everything that you've learned and everything that you need to learn right at your fingertips for everything. It's awesome. And then the same goes for technology. This is exosuits and everything. This is all the exosuits technology that you can get at the anomaly, and it tells you what you need to get still from there. It does not go over technology upgrades, but that's fine. This is just a way to track your progress with the actual in-game stuff. Exotics, I don't know. I think these are living ship things. I don't even know how to get these, but you know, they track it now, and I can pin things now, which is the other thing I wanted to go over with you guys. Is another inventory tweak that they have done is if I go back here to my inventory and say I need to craft something, I open up the menu to craft it, and we'll find something complicated like a circuit board, right? I can view the crafting steps for that item through this inventory, which is amazing. I no longer have to look up how to make things, or I have to unlock something before I know how to make it. Now I can prepare to make circuit boards before I actually get the recipe to make circuit boards or something of that nature. We could use this in so many ways, but they also added the ability to pin with X. So if I pin this, it adds a secondary mission for making that item, and it appears just like any other mission on your screen. Our first step is to craft a heat capacitor, and escape, go to our missions. It'll give us more information on how to craft a heat capacitor. Very good, very nice guidance on that. With that in mind, something that kind of goes along with that is the drop pod assist missions now. If you find a drop pad, and I'm not gonna go out and find a drop pod to show you guys this. You guys can experience this one on your own, but know that it's out there. If you find a drop pod and you start to try to assemble it, a marker will be dropped where the drop pod is, and a mission will start to help you fix that drop pod so that you can get the items inside of the inventory expansion, which is kind of huge because I used to have to put save beacons down just to find that location again, and I hate having save beacons just scattered around everywhere. If I didn't have the stuff, though, I'd have to put something down so that I could go get the stuff to fix the thing. But in addition to the marker being placed, you get the mission board that helps you and walks you through what you need to repair it. So no taking a picture of the screen or anything like that. You just go there and follow what it says. Nice guidance on all of that. Alright guys, the last thing I want to go over here with you is the introduction of the trade rocket. So they introduced a new thing that you can buy and install inside of your technology slots for your exosuit called a trade rocket. And basically what this thing does, that's a crazy animation. I'm sorry, I'm distracted by that. What this thing does is exactly how it sounds. This thing's gonna land on the surface. I'm gonna put some stuff in it. It's gonna go and sell it for me. And that's it. So say, I wonder if I can sell that in there. Probably don't want to sell that in there. I'll sell, let's see, movement module. Wow, that's gonna sell for money. Well, let's not do that. We want to get nanites out of that. I do have a jar of residue. There's 500,000. I should also have an unboxed ancestral treasure. Yeah, so we'll sell that. That's 1.8 million. I have 62.3. So we'll launch. And what this thing is basically gonna do, I don't think that I charged it. Oh, nope, there it goes. Goodbye. This thing is going to launch, it's going to go to the space station, and it's going to already give me my money right there. I had 62.3, I have 64.1 now from the trade, and that's it. That's all it does. It costs 90 nanites at the anomaly in the exosuit upgrade lady, and It's going to definitely change the way you manage your inventory while you're zooming around on planets. You find, some rare resources. That's why this planet is covered in sentinels, is because there's the danger balls here. Awesome. Better not piss those guys off. I'll hop back in here. Well, that's the list. That is the upgrades for everything. And again, I'm sorry I didn't get a video out last week. I was, like I said, sick, and it was a little difficult for me to get on and do this stuff. I'm hoping to get at least one more video out this week. We'll see. I'm still a little bit sick. I still got quite a bit of a cough. But yeah. So, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoy this content. And have a good day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.